And a very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Lord with the CBC Evening News. Police are investigating the unnatural death of a St. James man. That is 25-year-old Shamir Nicholas of Haynesville housing area. Police said Nicholas' body was discovered in a canal in the area of Hawkins Gap in St. Michael. Lawmen say the body bore what appeared to be bullet wounds. According to police, they received a call around 6:30 this morning from a passerby who came across the body. Investigators will await the results of a post-mortem to determine the cause of death. A postman and a female accomplice have been remanded to Her Majesty's Prison at Dodds on multiple counts of fraud. This after appearing in the District A Magistrates Court this morning. The postman seen here in the blue shirt is 30-year-old Dwayne Omar Brathwaite, who worked at the St. George Post Office and resides at Exteen Village, Blackrock, St. Michael. Police say Brathwaite is charged with 32 counts of fraud, including forgery. He's accused of stealing a number of pension checks sometime between December 2014 and January this year. The other accused is 36-year-old Rosalind Aline of Ruby St. Philip. She is charged with 53 fraud-related offenses, including obtaining money on forged pension checks. Police say she received the stolen checks and presented them to a business establishment where they were cashed. The two were not required to plead and were remanded to Dodds until February 20th to reappear at the District A Court. Well, another twist in the saga surrounding the group of Nigerian students pursuing studies here in Barbados. The students could soon be moving from the Casa Grande Hotel in St. Philip. Shane Seeley has more.
This morning, some of the Nigerian students and their attorney at law, Douglas Trotman, met with the local coordinator for the Nigeria Delta State Project, Sharon Brathwaite, and her lawyer, Gyson Mears. They first handed us a press release detailing their position on the events that have taken place so far. Mr. Trotman, now the official legal representative for 66 of the 90 students, spoke about plans to relocate them. He also says getting the program for the Nigerians at the Barbados Community College up and running is now the main priority.
They want to stay, they want to do their program, and they want to go back home having achieved something useful. They didn't come here for a holiday. We have also located rooms, that is in the press release as well, and the students can move. They can move today, being that those persons are standing by, but certainly they can move on the 1st of February as it would relate to contractual issues. So we will also be contacting Dr. Derek Murray, who has been appointed by the Prime Minister, and other relevant, let's say, members of the government to ensure that this program keeps on track.
There are also indications that an investigation could be launched into the inappropriate use of funds allocated for the program. And in relation to media reports about missing money, attorney at law Gyson Mears says his client, Ms. Brathwaite, could be taking the matter to court on grounds of defamation.
Our careful investigation and accounting indicates that there is no money missing. All of the money assigned to the Barbados program has been accounted for. It may not have been all dedicated to the students, but Ms. Brathwaite's accounting has shown us that there is no money missing.
And breaking her silence, Ms. Brathwaite says she's ready to present her case.
I stand by what I have done. I have done good for these students in Trinidad. I will continue to do good for them once they're here, and I will continue to stand by what I put out today.
Shane Seeley, CBC News.
Thank you, Shane. Well, coming up after the break, the latest unemployment figures for Barbados.
One time they had thought of building it up like where the hospital is now, dredging out all of that area and building a harbour up in there. But that would have taken up a lot of valuable land. You couldn't have expanded it. And I suppose that eventually they thought, well, the most sensible thing was to build it in the open sea there where they could expand it, and it has been expanded.
This is the story of Barbados' sea portal, the port of Bridgetown, and it's coming soon to CBC TV8.
good to be back with you for a second season of Bank on Me.
Exotic spices.
New meaning to reading.
We teach keyboard.
Roundabouts of life.
Rabbit.
I represent a young, dynamic team, Radix.
A one-stop shop for both commercial and consumer needs.
It's a good business.
Bank on Shine.
Excellent product. Convince me, why would I want to invest 290,000 in your business to sell 33,000?
The rate of unemployment in Barbados is 12.9%, according to the latest statistics. That's the July to September 2014 figure from the Continuous Household Labor Force Survey conducted by the Economic Affairs Division. Unemployment among males stood at 11.5% and at 14.3% among females. Between April and June last year, the unemployment rate stood at 13.2%, up from 11.5% for the period between January and March 2014. The labor force reportedly stands at about 141,900 people. Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, has described the founding father of independence and national hero, the late Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow, as the greatest leader the Caribbean has ever seen. Dr. Gonsalves was delivering last night's Errol Barrow Memorial Lecture titled Errol Barrow, Our Caribbean Civilization and the Idea of Barbados. The lecture at the Errol Barrow Center for Creative Imagination also saw several long-standing members of the Democratic Labour Party being recognized for their contribution to that party. Dr. Gonsalves says quality leadership is an awesome challenge for Barbados. He says the island needs to replenish its basket of leadership, and these individuals should be among the brightest and the best.
I am satisfied that the idea of Barbados is the vehicle through which Barbados will successfully meet its current and prospective economic challenges. The idea of Barbados is a shared experience of Barbadians. It belongs to them. However, this shared experience must become a conscious expression and a fully articulated language for action. It is a frame of reference for continuity and change, orderly governance and profound alterations in the political economy to accommodate the circumstances at hand.
And Dr. Gonsalves remembered Mr. Barrow as a leader dedicated to Caribbean civilization.
His Caribbean particularism was always dialectically linked to widely accepted universal values and humanism, without which the upliftment of any people is impossible. From the beginning, this constellation of values was a noise in his blood and an echo in his bones.
Culture Minister Stephen Lashley is optimistic about the future of entrepreneurship in Barbados. This as he notes that there has been an increase in the number of people who are seeking to become their own bosses. His comments came today following a tour of an exhibition with the participants in the second season of the Bank on Me reality show in Sky Mall.
Several of the services that I've seen are very innovative, and I believe that once they pursue them, and certainly with the opportunity of getting additional investors, that these products and services can be marketed not only in Barbados but certainly beyond. So I am certainly very impressed. I was able to certainly interact with the owners of the businesses, and I sense that they're highly confident, and I think that that's what we need to do in Barbados. We need to have entrepreneurs who are going to believe in their products and services.
Mr. Lashley also praised the creators of the Bank on Me reality program. He described the series as a hit among Barbadians, noting that it has the potential to bring exposure to the island.
I believe that given the popularity of the show, that it has the potential to take the Barbadian television art form to other markets, and of course to earn valuable foreign exchange for Barbados. I'm happy to hear that the show will be moving out into the wider Caribbean. I believe they are targeting Trinidad and the OECS, and I hope that it goes even beyond the Caribbean.
Sports is up next with Sean Green.
Pen up.
Some of us in government discussed the matter, and some considered that Mr. Bishop would return to power and all would be well. I feared that Mr. Whiteman had signed his own death warrant, and so it eventually proved. I did tell the High Commissioner that my view of the Grenada situation was that the only solution was a military intervention.
Tales from the Tombs on CBC TV8 and on the internet via the World Wide Web.cbc.bb, Sunday at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Caribbean Time. Tales from the Tombs.
Get free Facebook and Instagram with any new Digicel 4G data plan with Barbados' fastest 4G network.
Yeah, oh, what's it all?
Sing some samples.
Cool. I could hardly sleep. Download, upload, Snapchat, tweet. Back to them, you know I'm true to that. Girl told me she can't wait, can't take Beijing directions. I gotta use Google Maps. What I need to know, I just Googled that. Digicel data plan, got my Digicel data for life, data for life, data for life, yeah. Data for life.
Good evening, I'm Sean Green with the CBC Sports. Road tennis continues to gain popularity locally and internationally. To that end, Minister of Sport Stephen Lashley praised the players for their commitment to the island's indigenous sport. Speaking at the opening of last night's inter-parish road tennis finals at the Springer Memorial School, Mr. Lashley said he was pleased that they had increased prize money for this year's competition.
This continues to be one of the most exciting games across Barbados. The crowds are growing. It is my hope that we will see even more tournaments every year in Barbados. And this year, of course, I'm proud to say that we have increased the prize money in this tournament. And I believe we have one of the most competitive prize structures that this year, whoever wins, whoever comes second, whoever comes third, but generally speaking, we have extended the prizes in the most, I would believe, fair manner, that most of the players will walk away with something. But we have increased the prize money, and I believe the players should be happy. That should be a major incentive for them to really excel in this tournament.
Meanwhile, it was almost a clean sweep for St. Michael on the opening night of the finals. Justin Smith won the 15 and under title, while the pair of Jeffrey Lane and Andrew Holder sealed it in the Masters category. The ladies' matchup was a one-sided affair as Kim Holder of St. George beat Rachel Smith of St. Michael to take home her fourth title. CBC's Damon Best reports.
The first order of business, the 15 and under section, defending champion Ezekiel Ward of Christchurch versus Justin Smith of St. Michael in the white. And Smith established himself early. Ward looked shell-shocked. That's a beauty. Well, the crowd only got to see glimpses of Ward's potential. Case in point, the forearm drive, picture perfect. But it was all about Smith, a.k.a. Starboy, taking the first game, 21-18. Errors from Ward, costly. And it didn't get any better in the second game as Smith would go on to take the title handsomely in the end, 21-18, 21-13. The ladies next up, Kim Holder of St. George versus Rachel Smith closest to the screen. Smith was almost on the receiving end of the night's first foul, committing far too many errors. Well, she did escape, and Holder took the first game 21-10. The second now, Holder inching closer to the title and a $6,000 top prize, backhand chop effective. On this occasion though, Smith outfoxing Holder past the outstretched arm. Holder though never had reason to panic, dispatching Rachel Smith in two straight, 21-10, 21-14. Well, the first Masters encounter saw Jeffrey Bing Crosby Lane in white playing Ricky Buddy Dot Hoyt of St. Thomas, and Hoyt aggressive there. Still trailing Lane early on was Hoyt, but he looked like getting back into it. Forearm drive out the top draw. However, Lane, a.k.a. the jumping tadpole, would dish out the first out of the night, 15-8. And his forearm shot his own undoing. Jeffrey Lane taking the first game 21-8. The second now, more style and flair from Lane had the crowd on the edge of their seats. Can Hoyt bounce back? Goes for his favorite, the forearm drive. Nicely done. But Lane was in the zone and would draw first blood for St. Michael, sealing the set 21-8, 21-16. Then it was a mere formality for St. Michael, who were represented by Andrew Holder in white, and he's taking on Anderson Smith of St. Thomas, and Smith took the first game 21-16. Holder, though, returned the favor in the second, and according to the point system, he was doing enough to win for his parish. Power on this occasion. Holder making it one apiece, taking the second game 21-12. The third, a mere exhibition. St. Michael victorious in the Masters. Andrew Holder defeating Anderson Smith 16-21, 21-12, 22-20. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
And more of that action tonight at Springer Memorial School. We'll take a break here and continue with more in just a few seconds.
Digicel, data for life, data for life, data for life, yeah. Cell phone or tablet, I run tracks, book bag, unpack. Stay at home and hold a study group over WhatsApp. Digicel data got my back, no matter what app. Sharp like a thumbtack, all in a thumb tap. WhatsApp, push that, rally and run laps around dust tracks. I recorded in one snap, each from is Sunday, studying Monday.
Sign up for the new WhatsApp data plan from Digicel. Dial *153 # to sign up today.
Data for life.
And we're back. Home team Trinidad and Tobago Red Force and the Guyana Jaguars will do battle in tomorrow's WICB Nagico Super 50 final at Queen's Park Oval after TNT whipped the combined campuses and colleges last evening in the semi-final. The Red Force batted first in a rain-interrupted game and got up to 159 in 31.3 overs in a game reduced to 32 overs because of rain. Now, they did well to restrict the CCC to just 114 in 30.4 overs.
Played on impatience, anxiety, maybe a few nerves. That's a good shout. Yes, Plum in front.
Absolutely casual. Magnificent delivery.
Another excellent delivery from Kevon Cooper. He's really enjoying himself in this tournament. Edged and gone. That's the excellence of Submarine for you.
Oh, what a stupendous catch. And is up caught. That's in the air, out to short third man, catch being offered, catch taken. This one is struck in the air, out to long off, chance for catch taken. The line has two, and the CCC in more trouble. Ball down, game, set, match, TNT. They've booked a place in the finals. They'll be playing against Guyana Jaguars on Sunday. It promises to be Super Sunday, the Nagico Super 50.
And live coverage of tomorrow's final will be on MCTV's ESPN and 94.7 FM from 1:30. To tennis, and both Venus and Serena Williams have advanced to the next round of the Australian Open. The American siblings both had poor starts in their respective games, but came back to knock out their opponents.
The Williams sisters are still going strong, but both Serena and Venus had to come from behind on Saturday. Serena